What is going on, YouTube? I'm Travis from It's a Work, and we're going to talk about the June 11th edition of Monday Night Raw, the go-home show for Money in the Bank. But before we get into that, I do want to note that we are still running our contest. Winner will be announced during our Money in the Bank predictions video, but you can enter by clicking the link in the description, and you can win this Shawn Michaels pop figure, this signed photo of current Raw Women's Champion Nia Jax, and an autographed photo of the two of us. Oh yeah, it's just me this week. Well, that was weird. Get well soon, John. Fucking Brock Lesnar. Not even here to defend his title. Let's talk wrestling. So Raw actually opened up with all the participants for the Money in the Bank ladder matches on the Raw side, men and women both, in the ring on ladders, because that's the natural positioning, I guess. I don't know, whatever. But you had on the women's side, you had Sasha Banks, Ember Moon, and Miss Bliss. I don't want to say her name because it'll set off my echo. I don't want to do that. And then on the men's side, you had Bobby Roode, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, and Braun Strowman all on ladders. And they kind of bickered back and forth. Kevin Owens had this thing where he's going to win, and then, no, I'm going to win. And the women did the same thing. I'm going to win. No, I'm going to win. And whatever. Kurt Angle came out. And then we saw Constable Corbin. Constable Corbin came out after Kurt Angle came out and explained the Money in the Bank match. Constable Corbin, we had the most shocking moment of the night right off the bat. Baron Corbin shaved his fucking head. Gone. He has no more hair. That's it. Raw's over. That's it for this week's edition. No, I'm just kidding. But he kind of, said that he was there for Stephanie McMahon and that she would be disappointed if both of the Money in the Bank briefcases did not come back to the Raw brand. That would disappoint her. Overall, the segment was fine. It was a little boring, but it actually led us into learning that we were going to get two Fatal 4-Way matches tonight, which we were going to get one for all the women participants, and then we were going to get one. Oh, I forgot Natalya. See, fucking A. She's so forgettable for me. I forgot about Natalya. She was also in that segment on a ladder doing her thing with her bum knee. But we were going to get two Fatal 4-Way matches tonight. We're going to get one between all the women participants and one with all the men participants. And the women's one actually was the first match of the night. And it was fucking good. Don't get me wrong, it's nothing against women's wrestling or anything like that, but lately they've been kind of slacking, especially on Raw. But everyone looked good, even Natty, and I don't really care for Natty. I never did, I still don't. But she played her part fine. It wasn't great, but she was fine. We had Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks looking fucking phenomenal. They worked really well together. And Ember Moon looked great too. I couldn't complain about it. It was a good match. The only thing that I can complain about is the finish, where Natalya would pick up the win via sharpshooter over Little Miss Bliss. And that upsets me because I don't really care for Natalya. Plus she was injured. Why? Why would you do that? I guess because she's a babyface. Whatever. Fuck it. That was stupid. I didn't like that. After that, we came back from a commercial break. We had the Fashion Police versus Ziggy Mac, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre. And this was basically a redemption story so that they could get their payback for Tyler Breeze eliminating Dolph Ziggler during that Battle Royal last week on Raw to become number one contenders for the Tag Team Championships. And that's exactly what they did. They fucked them up. Drew McIntyre is a fucking beast. Dolph Ziggler is a mean heel now, and they're good. They are fucking good. Drew McIntyre is phenomenal. Yeah, Drew, He gave what the fuck's his face? Not Dolph Ziggler. Tyler Breeze. He gave Tyler Breeze a power bomb onto Fandango. It looked like he squished Fandango's fucking head. It was unreal. Then they finished it off with the Claymore kick and zigzag combo. Cake. It was lovely, lovely, lovely. After the match, they actually cut a promo, basically putting the tag division on notice, saying that they were going to better the division by destroying the division and basically getting rid of all the other teams. Not sure what that means, but I like it. I like them together. I like Drew. I like Dolph. It's fucking good shit. Let's keep it going. After that, we were going to have what we thought was going to be Jinder Mahal versus Roman Reigns. And as we had their entrances and whatever, the modern-day Maharaja explains that it is not him who is actually challenging him. The challenge wasn't from... It was from Jinder, but not going to be Jinder as an opponent. It was actually going to be someone else. And he teased the Great Khali, which is weird because we haven't seen the Great Khali since, I think it was Battleground last year, where in the Punjabi prison match with Randy Orton. Nothing was ever said about him, and he was never seen again until the Greatest Royal Rumble, I guess. But besides that, he just didn't... He didn't exist. He fell off the face of the earth. He came back that one night. It was like it never fucking happened. And then they teased it tonight, and nope. It was Roman Reigns versus Sunil Singh, which was like a 10-second match. Superman punch, spear, exactly what you'd expect it to be. And just like we would expect again, the obvious happened, and Jinder attacked Roman after the match, gave him a colossal, and looked tall going into Money in the Bank on Sunday. Yep. The B team. Then we had the B team taking on Heath Slater and Rhino, who they were also trying to get their redemption from being eliminated in such a silly way last week. But again, the B team would come out victorious because they're still undefeated, and they are going into a thing with the Leaders of World for the Tag Team Championships, which I guess it doesn't seem like that's happening. It doesn't seem like that's happening at Money in the Bank yet. I don't know what they're going to do. But yeah, I mean, it was whatever. It didn't mean much. The Leaders of the World cut a promo afterwards, and that was it. Moving on, we had Elias, and Elias is always entertaining, right? Except for this week, I didn't really care. It was just a segment. It wasn't even a match or anything like that. It was just Elias in the ring. He sang a song about Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins came down to the ring, and he decided that he was going to destroy Elias's brand new guitar that was gifted to him from John Mayer himself. This brand new custom-made Fender acoustic electric guitar that had some airbrushing on it, like you'd see at an amusement park. But it had Elias on it. It said "Walk with Elias." It had a microphone on it, and it had the Intercontinental Championship airbrushed onto this acoustic electric guitar, where Seth Rollins would just stomp it and squashed it. Yep, and that was pretty much that. Wrestling. Following that, we had Bayley versus Ruby Riott, which I just don't get it. Still don't get it. It's kind of a senseless story to me. None of it makes any sense. Ruby Riott ended up picking up the victory via the Riot kick, but I just don't get it. So, whatever. There's that. And that leads us into the next one, which I'll be a son of a bitch, but I fucking like this. Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax had their face-to-face this week, and it was really good. Nia seemed well put together. Everything she said made sense. It was structured right. Ronda seemed pretty comfortable on the mic, in the ring. Nia didn't fumble. Everything she said made sense. I was pretty fucking blown away. It kind of blew my mind. And then they had, their little scuffle. And Ronda was able to lock the armbar in on Nia Jax. After Nia Jax had headbutted her, and she took a nice bump. It looked good. Everything was cool. But yeah, she got the armbar in, and Nia tapped instantly. And I'll be damned, but somebody rang the fucking bell. Nia tapped to the armbar, and somebody actually rang the bell. Don't know who it was, but somebody did it. So the match was over. I think Ronda's the women's champion now. I'm not sure how that works. Maybe it was just a regular singles match, but it wasn't a match at all. That's why it makes me laugh. I think that shit's funny. But yeah, it was a good segment though. It was a good change of pace for these two. I was really actually I'm happy for both of them. It was good. Fuck, I can't believe I'm saying that about Nia Jax. God damn it. So there were actually a couple of backstage segments that I'm not going to talk about because they weren't very important. And same thing, there were a couple of things that happened. I'll just say them now. There was an obstacle course with Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn where Sami attacked Bobby Lashley at the end. It was stupid, nonsense. And then there was also No Way Jose. I fucking hate No Way Jose beat Kurt Hawkins. That was it. There was some nonsense stuff. That brings us into our main event of the evening, which was a fatal 4-way match between the male participants of the Raw, well, not the Raw, but the Money in the Bank match on Sunday. All the Raw male participants, which pitted Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor versus Bobby Roode, just to see who's going to get the momentum coming into Sunday. And the match was good. It was good, but it wasn't as good. I don't think the wrestling was as good as the women's one to start the show, and that's a good thing. And not that I want to take away from the men, but it was cool to see that the women could start the show and they got me interested, even though some things throughout the night sucked. But it was a good wrestling match. I was excited about it, and I'm kind of glad that the men couldn't top it. It's good for the women. But it was good, and it was fucking right before the match, Kevin Owens, or a few times throughout the night, Kevin Owens had tried to get Bobby Roode and Finn Balor on his side the three of them to team up against Braun Strowman. Then right before the match, Braun's like, why don't you guys all team up against me? Because I'm Braun. Well, fuck it, you might as well. So that's what they did. The three of them teamed up against Braun. Braun put up a fight because he's Braun. Eventually, they got Braun up the rampway to the announce table, where Kevin Owens would fucking frog splash Braun Strowman through the announce table. It was pretty damn insane, and I think it's crazy that it was the heel who put himself on the line like that, and could have possibly lost the match. But Kevin Owens' whole plan right now is to get Braun Strowman out of the Money in the Bank match, or at least make him as minimal of a threat as possible for it. And it seems like it was working until Braun got back up, and then he won via power slam onto a ladder. Braun Strowman picked up the win anyway, so it really didn't matter. All in all, where are we now? I mean, I guess Braun's pretty likely right now to win the Money in the Bank. I think Samoa Joe's also pretty likely to win the Money in the Bank match for the men. But we'll have to wait till Sunday to see how that goes. But I do think overall it was a good night. I think Raw tonight was actually pretty good. It was a decent go-home show. It's kind of got me excited to see, maybe not to see exactly what's going to happen at Money in the Bank, but it has me really excited to watch SmackDown tomorrow and see where they take it. But yeah, I think it was good. Good Raw. Look forward to SmackDown tomorrow. So with that said, one more time, don't forget to enter the contest that we have going on by clicking the link in the description below, where you can win this Shawn Michaels pop figure, this signed photo of Nia Jax, and a signed photo of myself and John here from It's at Work. You can follow us on social media at IAW Wrestling on both Instagram and Twitter, or on Facebook.com/itsatwork. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and click the little bell icon so you get notified every time we upload a new video. With that said, I'm Travis. I'll see you tomorrow night.